Ellie Morgan, and you're
Deputy Head of Lighting.
right. And how long have you been working for Pleasance?
This is my third year for Pleasance.
Okay.
But it's my first year doing electrics. So I was venue manager for 2 years, and then I've come up to doing lighting.
Okay. So what's your background before you came to the Pleasance?
My background was the first year I did Pleasance. I just came out of a stage management and technical theatre degree in London.
Right.
And so I went straight into this, not really knowing where I kind of wanted to focus my sort of, my talents and stuff. But over the last few years, I've done more and more lighting, which meant that I sort of gained enough skills that so this year they asked me to come back and do lighting instead.
So, and you're deputy for not just one venue, for 20 odd venues.
For all the 26 sites, yeah.
So that's going to be quite challenging then.
It is. It's I mean, when we were building them, you're sort of doing a venue a day because you've got about 2 weeks to build it, and then there's only Tom who's the chief and me and Sarah who are his deps, and everyone else is kind of venue crew. So we had to poach people from other areas and help them to get
So do you
built.
design all the sort of generic rigs for each venue and decide?
There's Tom. Well, does the sort of the basic rigs in each of the venues. So the sort of the general lighting rig, and then companies come and ask for their own company specials and like one, and then it's up to him to give them the sort of price, go back to them if they okay it, then he has to fit it in on the rig and then any other equipment that might be needed, so more dimmers if there's loads of specials, and things like that. So it's all, if you've got up to 6-7 companies in a venue that all want different specials, it gets quite confusing.
And because it gets messy with the changeovers then as well.
Because a lot of the time in the smaller venues they don't have enough dimmers to so it means they have to unplug stuff to put other company specials in. So there's lots of things to do between shows sometimes. I remember that from previous years having to do that.
So now your job is to oversee each venue and make sure each venue is working.
So in the build process is obviously building it all, getting the focus right, sorting out any problems they might have. During the festival, it's just kind of babysitting it. So if any equipment breaks, it's getting new pieces and swapping it out, or just going out and finding.
So do most show bring their own operators, or is it a mixture?
It's a mixture. A lot of the sort of straight stand-up comedians, because it's just lights up, lights down, they'll use a Pleasance operator. Right. But for a lot of theatre shows and some of the more complicated comics, they'll bring their own operator who has done the show before. Right. So it's also up to venue crew to teach them how to use the desk in their venue because they might have used it before. Right. So it's a mix. I was trying to think proportionally, it's probably about half and half. But certainly last year it was about half and half of venues doing it.
Have you found that you've got a lot of work beyond the Pleasance from doing the Pleasance and meeting all the theatre companies and?
Yeah, I mean, because my first year it was quite a small venue, it was in Pleasance below. Like the companies there probably weren't really big enough to kind of, take anyone on, because they just did small tours where they'd have someone to do it themselves. But certainly from knowing other people working at Pleasance, like Tom, my chief, he's got me contacts with other people. I've certainly got work out of, so it's not necessarily always the companies that you get work out of, it's also other people that you're working with. And it helps out other people, because I know that I've recommended people for jobs that I've worked with at Pleasance. So it works both ways, just because you've got so many different companies and people working at the same time.
So Blacklight provide all the kit, but you've had Peter down here from 088, have you?
Yeah. Peter and Grant come down from 088 and do all the lighting board training. What Pleasance try and do as a company, what they've done for the second year this year, is to do a training day in London. So try and encourage as many venue crews as possible to come to the training day, because a lot of people might not have done hardly anything before, and it just means that they have a chance to talk through, basic lighting rig. Tom, teach them about the different kind of lights and how to change the lamps in the lights.
Right.
How to look at a lighting plan and know what
That's
to do. That's
fantastic,
with that,
isn't it? When you think people go for 3 years to college to do a university degree in lighting,
and it's just like
you get a day.
I know, it's just like a sort of quick rundown of how it works, and the same with sound. And they've also did a ladder access and things like that. There's a man from a company who came and just did a quick health and safety about ladders, especially. I mean, all years it's been hot on health and safety, but this year especially.
Right.
I know there's dedicated officers walking around, and we're safe anyway, but it's just making sure it's filtered through the company.
So what would you say was the best thing that you get out of doing the Edinburgh Festival with the Pleasance?
One of the best things is that after working so hard the first couple of weeks and getting everything ready just for that Wednesday opening is just constantly you're running around absolutely everywhere. Like I must have walked miles and miles each day between here and the Dome and George Square as well. But what's the great thing is once it's up and open, you think there's 26 venues running at the moment and all of them have shows in, and I've been part of putting all of that up. And it's great when you've not got a lot of problems because you've done my job well.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah, so it's great just seeing the courtyard full in.
Brilliant.
How well companies get on with the crews and stuff, and happy with what they're getting. So,
fantastic. Thank you very much.
No, that's right.